Year 3, we have a fun lesson planned today. We're going to be estimating different capacities. But before we get on to that, I've just written 3 number sentences on the board that I would like you to try and extend, try and carry on these sequences. 7, 11, 15, and then write the next 4 numbers. 74, 69, 64, and the next 4 numbers. 31, 34, 37, and the next 4 numbers. Remember, when you are completing a number sequence, first we need to work out if the numbers are going up or down, and then we need to work out how much they're going up each time or how much they're going down each time. How many numbers are between each number, how many jumps. So count very carefully. Let me just go through that first and give you a quick clue. We're at 7, you need to count on to 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's a clue for you for the very first one. Can you fill in those missing numbers? Pause the video, have a go, and I'll add the answers to my board. Pause the video now. Well done, Year 3. The missing numbers we had, this was going up in 4s, 19, 23, 27, 31. Very well done if you got all of those correct. And the next one was going down 5 each time. 64, 59, 54, 49, 44. There's a bit of a pattern when we're going up or down in 5s. If you look at the units number, 4, 9, 4, 9, 4, 9, 4. The next one would end in a 9. Well done if you noticed that pattern. And the final one going up 3 each time. 40, 43, 46, 49. Well done if you completed any of those sequences. Today, we're going to be estimating different capacities. We've been looking at capacity this week. Remember, that is how much liquid something can hold. This carton of milk holds 2 litres. 2 litres. Anyone remember how many millilitres 2 litres would be? 2 litres would be 2,000 millilitres. Because remember, 1 litre is 1,000 millilitres. And this smoothie holds 750 millilitres. Would that be more or less than 1 litre? More or less than 1 litre? Well done if you're saying less. Remember, 1 litre is 1,000 millilitres. This is only 750, so it is less than 1 litre. For today's lesson, you will need a measuring jug. You may even have a few that are different sizes. I just have this one, but it's fine. We can just use one, but you will need a measuring jug. Today, we're going to be doing some estimating. We might get a little bit messy. What do we mean by estimating? We would estimate in science. What do we mean by estimating? Very well done if you're thinking of a word like guess. It's like having a clever guess. Today, you will need this worksheet printed out. We're going to do a couple of examples together so you know exactly what to do. The first column says object. We're going to pick some different objects that we will find the capacities of. I'm going to put green cup. So that's my first one, the green cup. I'll write that on my table. Underneath where it says object, I will write green cup. The next column says estimate. Estimate. I have to have a guess how much liquid this cup holds. What do we think? I'll hold up my smoothie. This holds 750 millilitres, remember? And my cup is much smaller. What do we think? How much liquid do you think this holds? Have a guess. And I'm just thinking of my guess as well. I'm going to say 250. I think 250 millilitres. So where it says estimate, I will put 250 millilitres. That's my guess. Now the last box on the table says capacity. Now I have to actually work it out now. So how will I do it? How will I work out how much liquid there really is in this cup? What do you think I have to do? Well done if you thought of a really good answer. You might have paused the video to have a think, how can we find out how much liquid this cup can hold? What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it up to the top, then I'm going to pour it into my measuring cylinder, my jug, and I'll be able to see how much liquid there is in this jug. Now, all of your jugs might be different. I can see it going up in hundreds on mine, 100, 200, 300, and there are little lines in between. Each line in between is 25 millilitres. I've read the scale. Your scale might be different on yours, but the numbers that you can see will help you work it out. So my first job then, I'm going to pause my video and I'm going to go fill up my cup. Of course, you'll have to do this very carefully, away from your work. Maybe on a space on the side in the kitchen might be very sensible. I've filled up my cup. I'm keeping it far away from my laptop. And I'm going to pour it neatly into my measuring cylinder, or my measuring jug. And now I'll be able to work out how much liquid there is in my jug. This is a useful tip though. I'm not going to look at the top. I'm not going to look from underneath. If I'm trying to read it very carefully, I need to look exactly at the jug, right in line with it. Ideally, I'd put it on a very flat surface. I can turn my laptop round. I put it on the side on a flat surface so I can look straight at it. And then hopefully the water goes very still and I'll be able to see exactly at what line it's pointing to. It's just above the 200. It's at the very first line above 200. And I know that my scale is going up in 25s. So that must be 225. So now I will go back to my worksheet and I'll add my answer in. 225 millilitres. I have my object, my guess, my estimation, and then the actual answer when I work it out. And I was actually pretty close. I'm quite happy with that one. We'll try one more together. I have this wine glass. Might be a champagne glass. I don't really drink it. I'm not sure. Wine glass. I'm going to put wine glass. Close enough. Now, it's not the widest. It's quite thin. So what do you think? How much liquid, how much water will this glass hold? This one was 225. What do you think? More or less? Have a guess. How much do you think this will hold? It's quite tall. I'm going to say a little bit. I'm going to say 300 for my guess. I'm going to say 300 millilitres. And do write the unit each time. Or else it's not clear what I mean. Do I mean 300 fish? 300 goldfish? 300 elephants? No, I mean 300 millilitres. So always write that unit. So now I'm going to pause my video, fill up my glass, and then pour it into my jug. I'm going to obviously take this out first because it's a new object. I have now filled it up to the top, and I'll neatly and carefully pour it into my jug. I don't want to spill any, as that won't be a very accurate and fair test. I'm going to put it on the side so it goes nice and still. Oh, I was wrong. I know I was wrong already. This one is right between 100 and 200. So this is 150 millilitres. 150 millilitres. And I'll add that into my table. And that's how I would do it, one at a time. Write your object down, have your prediction, and then work it out each time. And that's your task for today, Year 3. If you do all of that, you can always write one or two of your own capacity word problems, similar to the end of last lesson. I'm very interested to see what you measure and your estimations of what you come up with. Do make sure you do estimate though. Don't just work it out and just write the same answer each time, because that's not really estimating. You're just writing down what it actually is. Each time I'm having a guess. It doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong, it's just a guess. And then I'm working it out after, being as very careful and accurate as I can. Thank you, Year 3. I hope you enjoy this lesson.